Hey guys, it is Wednesday, the 18th of March. I don't only put the date on my podcast, but I feel like due to the current circumstances, so much could change by the time this posts. I want to put the date on here, but I'm making a special podcast episode this week just due to the circumstances in the world with the coronavirus and everything. So this isn't going to be a fear-mongering. This isn't going to be a scary podcast. This is here to inspire you, let you know that we aren't alone in this, and just be something bright and uplifting to your day and your week. So go ahead, get ready. Let's hang out for another episode of The Anxious Creative. I overthink, I overshare, and I overanalyze. So come explore with me as I chat about business, life, and relationships, all through the lens of an anxious creative. All right, you guys, I have been humming and hawing about this episode. I've been trying to think of what do I say? How do I say it? What should I even say? How do I approach the subject? How do I give answers? How do I find solutions? How do I come and give you the most value possible? And I realized that I just can't. I don't have any answers. I don't have any solutions. What I do have is a whole lot of emotions. And it's overwhelming. I've been scared to misspeak. What if I say something off the cuff that offends people or, isn't the correct information, and all this anxiety coming up of I want to be there for people. I want to help during this time in any way possible. And many of you may know that the way I found that I could help is I've given my Hair Painting Outside the Lines program for free until April 1st. Now, we don't know how long this is going to go on for, and frankly, I just can't even think that far ahead because it makes me anxious. And I want to let you know that if you're feeling like you're kind of putting blinders on and shutting down, that's okay. I am cautiously optimistic about this whole situation, and I am being, thoughtfully prepared. But if I go too far, we're here because we're anxious creatives. If I start thinking too far into the future and all the unknowns and all the what ifs and start thinking of all these different scenarios, it's not good for my mental health. It's not good for my current health, and it's just not good. So I want you to know that it's okay to kind of bunker down. It's okay. I made a post on social media not long ago being I think it was a live. I've gone on a mass muting spree because I just can't handle. And it's not that what people are saying is wrong or bad or upsetting me. It's that I need to be really careful what I consume. And on the best of days, I always say create, don't consume. And I don't know, many of you might know a little bit about my story, but I had a huge panic attack in August 30th, 2016. And my life has changed since then a lot. I used to be balls to the walls on social media, engagement, socializing, building my brand online on social media. And since that, I've really taken a step back, and it's affected not only my business, but my relationships with people, because not everyone understands. And I was just having a conversation with someone on Instagram today saying you know what? It's okay. I know there's all these things about engagement this way, and this is how you grow your following, and it'll help grow your business, which is true. But if it's causing you stress and anxiety, just put the blinders on. And now more than ever, I say that on a regular level. I took a huge step back after that panic attack that took me to the hospital. I was I can't be on social media the way I used to, which does result in friendships and relationships suffering because you're just not connecting with them in the same way, or people view you not commenting on their post. It's too much for me. They view it as you're not supporting them, and you try to let them know, and it's hard. And the one thing I really want you to know is just put your mental health first right now and always, right? Don't give in to social pressures or expectations. Do what's right for you. And so if that means right now getting off of social media, if that means right now not opening up your news feed or listening to the news, consume, have a certain amount of time you allow to consume. Once again, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to shed light on what works for me and what's helped me get through this time, because I don't watch the news. I really limit what I scroll because I know for me, it's going to cause panic. It's going to cause anxiety, and that's not helpful. So I just wanted to put that out there. Just if any of you, look, I've got so many, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, I've got some major flyaways going on with my hair today. We're all social isolating. We're all at home. It's a thing. Anyway, I just hope that you feel like we're just hanging out, and this is a way that we can connect. So if you are listening to this on Spotify, Google Play, or iTunes, great. If you want to feel like we're hanging out face to face, watch this on YouTube. You can catch it there. But anyway, like I said, I've been really scared to misspeak, and the likelihood of me saying something that isn't right or isn't the correct facts is very likely. And by the time this goes live, this podcast, things may have changed. Like, things changed so rapidly last weekend that it's literally hard. There's no way I can control what's going to happen. And at the end of the day, I don't want to be so scared to misspeak and possibly accidentally offend someone. I just hope that everyone's listening can have so much grace for each other. And I know a student that I coach, we were chatting yesterday, and she was saying, like, I'm just really struggling with people saying I need to shut down. I'm not mandated to shut down. I feel bad that I'm not shutting down. Should I be shutting down? And like kind of this like ping pong back and forth. And I get it. And I know that feeling. I've been in similar situations. And I want you to know that you don't need to feel pressured, and we should not be shaming each other. I want you guys to put your health first and make sure you're taking proper precautions. That's my only ask. But I don't want you to feel angry or upset or shamed in any way. The other thing, I'm just kind of just like spitfiring things. Like I said, I don't really have, I want to have answers for you. I want to have solutions. And in this time of unknown, I realize the best thing I want to give to you is support and understanding. It'd be so easy for me to be like, you should do like sell gift cards, get retail going, and all those sorts of things that you're hearing everywhere already. The one thing I want to give to you right now is empathy and understanding that this is a really shitty time. It sucks. It totally sucks. And we're allowed to let it suck. And although I'm saying at the same time, like, put your blinders on, go on a muting spree on social media, or limit the amount of time you're able to be on there, and spend time with your family and try to find the positive, let's just call it what it is. It sucks. And it's taken a huge hit on our industry. And I wish there was, I want to say this too shall pass and we'll get through this. And I believe that we will. But I know for me, when I'm in the middle of a shitstorm, someone coming and telling me like, oh, stay positive and it's going to be okay, really sucks. I just want someone to come alongside me and say, this totally sucks, but know that I'm here for you. And that's what I'm doing with this episode, is I want you to know that it totally sucks. It sucks for all of us. And if there can be a silver lining, it's that we're all going through this together. And that I've really seen an amazing shift in our industry. It's already an amazing industry with so much community, but I've seen even more community band together, which is so amazing. And I am so proud to be part of such an amazing industry and community. So I heard a couple things on social media, and once again, I'm not here to brush this under the rug and avoid it, or just show up with positive affirmations and things like that. But these are a couple things that have helped me over the last few days kind of just get my mind in a good place. And this is from at the Mind Geek on Instagram. And she posted, "There are some strength only realized in the times of uncertainty." And it was kind of just this reflective quote that helped me take a step back and go, you know what? I've been through some really tough times before in my life. And I remember in the midst of my divorce, in the midst of my deepest panic attacks, in losing Leroy last year, which I'm still in the middle of grieving, feeling in the thick of it, how it didn't feel like things were ever going to get better. It didn't, oh man, I'm getting emotional. In those moments, feeling like, this is it, like, what's the point? And so I just want to say, if any of you are feeling that way right now, if this can be a comfort to you, hold tight to it. There are some strengths only realized in the times of uncertainty. If it's not helpful, throw it away, right? Like, we are all such different individuals. And that's why right now, that's why I've been scared to misspeak. That's why I've been scared to say anything or come at things from any certain angle, because we are all very different people and we deal with stress and anxiety in very different ways. And so I want you to know that a solution or a comfort, what might be a comfort to you and what might help you get through this time may not be for the other person. And oftentimes what we do as people is we come at other people with how we would want them to come towards us with things. I know for a lot of times when I've been grieving or going through tough times, people have offered support in various forms, and I'll be annoyed by it. And I'll be like, why the heck? Like, just leave me alone. And I realize that when I'm going through stuff, I personally tend to like to be left alone to process, and then knowing that someone's there, having someone say, I'm here for you when you need me, or if you want to reach out, that is a comfort. But at times I've like felt smothered or things like that, and realizing we all are very different people. And so the one thing I am coming at with you is like, if that quote helps, great, hold tight to it, repeat it to yourself, let it be a comfort. If it's not, don't. And so if there's things that are coming at you or bombarding you, or you're hearing, which I'm going to get onto a second about my email inbox in a hot second, because like that's a whole nother thing. But if it's not helping you, don't be upset or angry at the person, but just like let it go and find the people and the places and the things that will help you through it. So I want to go on to all the emotions that are going on right now. And I opened up my email inbox the other day and I just got angry. I was like, are you effing kidding me? Like there's so many. And like every single subject line was like coronavirus, COVID-19, how to deal with it, solution, And I was like, I got angry, and then I got annoyed, and then I got overwhelmed, because it's like every single my phone company, my internet company, my mortgage, like everybody is bombarding us, and it felt like just too much. And I just wanted to like close my eyes and close down my computer and walk away, because it's extremely overwhelming and taxing. And I started opening up a couple emails and like trying to like read it all and trying to even understand some of it, because it was so much different kind of speak that was just too much. And I just want you to know that like I went through a spectrum of emotions within a few short minutes, and I had to take a second and be like, I just got to shut it down. Like there's no, in my opinion, once again, I don't feel like there's a rush for anything right now. And once again, the silver lining, like I say, is that it's a shitty time and all this stuff is happening to all of us. So everywhere is going to be overwhelmed. Everywhere is going to be overloaded, and it's going to be a shitstorm and a shit show. And if you need to take a day or two to just shut off to the world, close things down, not look at it, I'm giving you permission to do that right now. I don't know what tomorrow brings. I don't know by the time you're listening to this where we'll be at with all of this, but I know that for me sometimes, like, I feel like I have to stay in my email inbox. I have to stay on social media, because what if I miss something really important? But I just get into this like frenzy and frantic feeling. And I know for me, shutting it down and walking away, going for a bike ride, doing some yoga, do some coloring, some drawing, like have a fun project, like that helps me kind of calm down. And when I come back to those things, and that's kind of the important part. That's kind of the important part to me, is realizing I will come back to it. I don't want to turn a blind eye and never look at things again, but I want to come back in a healthy mindset. So I want you to know that if you felt overwhelmed, bogged down, like annoyed and frustrated and anxious at your emails that are coming in and things, know that I feel you. I get it. I'm right there with you. The one other thing I had to remind myself, I've got little notes here if you're watching this, is that everyone's trying and doing their best right now. And the one thing I've seen a lot being said is like, let's have compassion and empathy for everyone. Let's not shame. And I want to flip it a little bit. So I want to say like, we need to have compassion and empathy for those people who are choosing to stay open during this time. I always say take proper health precautions, but I see people not inadvertently, you know what I'm trying to say, like kind of saying like, they're not purposely shaming. And so as much as we need to have compassion and empathy for those who are not choosing to shut down, let's have compassion and empathy for those people who are saying you need to shut down, because everyone's just coming at it with what they feel is best. Everyone is trying and doing their best. So if you felt attacked at all about people saying to stay open, and who knows, by the time you're listening to this, there might be like mandated closures and stuff. But I'm just speaking from this current moment on Wednesday about the current circumstance, and let's have compassion for both sides. Let's have compassion for the people who are making really strong opinions and statements about what they think people should be doing, as much as we should have compassion and empathy for those people who are staying open or who are like back and forth and not sure what to do. Let's just have grace for everyone right now. I'm just going to get my phone because there was another thing I shared on Instagram that I wanted to share with you guys because I thought was really good is, here we go. It was by Melanie Loren, and it says, words matter at this time. Clear, concise, and compassionate communication is key. And her post says, these are trying times, my friends. We're all affected in some way as individuals, as businesses, and as communities. It's only natural that we want to communicate exactly how it's affecting us and how we feel about it. But as a communication professional, I urge you to take an extra lens to what you are sharing via social media about COVID-19. It can be as simple as asking yourself, what is my message? Who needs to hear it? And what channel can I use to get the message to them? Clear, concise, and compassionate communication is key here. Words matter at this time. Choose them wisely to leave room for critical updates from government and health officials. I thought that was really amazing. And like I said, words matter, but I don't want you to be so scared to misspeak that you don't show up for other people. And I'm not saying showing up on social media or showing up publicly, but if you've got a friend you haven't heard from, if you've got family you need to reach out to, let's just lend a helping hand in any way possible, lend a listening ear, and take some time if you need to back away and like tap out and time out. I'm giving you permission to do that right now. I am here always cheering you on, supporting you. I want us to get through this together. Community is important. And like I said, I don't really know what to say other than to say that this sucks. It's shitty. Nobody deserves to go through this. The world, like, I truly believe to my core, I don't know how, but I truly believe we'll get through this. I don't have any answers. I don't have any pep talk of what to do and how to do it and how to work that effectively and for everyone. I'm really, really impressed with our industry. As the beauty industry I'm speaking, I know I have people listening in that are not part of the beauty industry. I'm really impressed with the beauty industry and the hair industry of how people come together. Like I said, the one small thing that I don't feel like it's enough. I wish there was more to do, but I'm giving my hair painting outside the lines program free of charge till April 1st. If you want to snag that up, you just go to donbradley.com/HPOL free. So donbradley.com/HPOLFREE. We'll have the link in the show notes and everything so that you can click on it. If you want to get your learn on, I know a lot of people are doing some learning right now with their extra time. I think that's great. Take care of yourself in whatever way that means. And take care of yourself in whatever way that means. And also just be compassionate with yourself. Have grace with yourself. Don't feel like because you have this time possibly away from work right now, that you need to be packing in so much learning and this, and I got to do this and this. Also, let's just take some breathing room. Take a deep breath. Send someone a note letting them know you're thankful for them. And let's just have a ripple effect on the world of positivity, of love, of compassion and grace. I don't even know if this podcast made sense. It was kind of all over the place, you guys, but I knew I wanted to show up some way as my imperfect self, knowing that I may misspeak, knowing that I may say something that by the time this is posted, it doesn't even make sense anymore, or, just know that if I have said anything that possibly could be offensive or harmful or hurtful to someone, know that my intentions are not that. My intentions are to show up for you, to show up, truly. Just to be here and say, I'm in it with you. To share with you what's helped me, and in hopes that it possibly may help you. But really just to show up, to have you feel less alone, to give support and community, and just be speechless together. So friend, thank you so much for listening in. If you want to connect on Instagram, I'm keeping up on my DMs as much as possible. Let's just stay positive let's keep a smile on our face, and let's go binge some Netflix. All right, take care, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening in, and we'll speak to you very shortly.